Hello and Happy New Year, Leo. My name is Jason and this is your general tarot reading for January 2020. Let's get straight into it, Leo. Okay, you have going into the month of January, going into 2020, the King of Swords. So the King of Swords represents someone like a judge or a decision maker, and their decision is usually final. So perhaps there's a judge or a chief executive officer or someone high up, principal of a school or something like that, and they've made a decision. If this is not them making a decision, this is you making a decision, a top level decision. And from this, I'm thinking that you're probably not going to be going back on this. So you've taken some real responsibility to put practical matters ahead of emotional matters and looking at all things, saying, yes, this is what I'm doing. Could be something about leaving a relationship or something that you're not going to stand for. Not everyone will be happy with this decision. If you have a look at this person's sword, the sword is slightly just angled to one side, which might indicate that there is a level of bias or self-interest in that. But you are the King, Leo, and you need to look after yourself first. And so this card is telling me that you are making a decision based on your best interests, or someone around you, like an authoritative figure, has made a decision around you. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, I apologise for that noise. It's a plane going up to the islands. Now here we have the Ten of Wands in your challenge position or your task position. So this card comes up when we've just about had enough of something and it's time to drop some of that bundle to lighten our load. Okay, it's a number 10 and it represents the end of a cycle. And because this card is in your challenge position, there may be some responsibilities or something that you don't want to let go. And you might be hanging on to it almost just from an ego perspective, but you know really deep down that you need to let these responsibilities go to bring something else in to you. Now it could be something within the family, so some kind of authority that you have, and you realise that just trying to push this wheelbarrow uphill is just too hard. You're best to just let someone else take over, or approach things from a different way, because the way you've been doing it hasn't been good for you, even though you've been acting from a place of goodwill, if you like, and that goodwill is not being returned. It's time to perhaps just drop that bundle, just to allow a new way to come to you somehow. Okay, so that can be a very difficult decision for some of you. Okay, all right. In your hopes and fears position, you have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is a water energy, so a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio kind of person, and you're waiting for a decision, some kind of a assistance from this person. Okay, you're hoping that someone will see the goodwill you're trying to show, perhaps. If you've been trying to convince someone or show them that you just want things to run smoothly, and you're hoping that this person here will finally see that after perhaps keeping you, like giving you the silent treatment or stonewalling you somehow, you're hoping that this person will finally see the light and just agree to get along, especially in this New Year period. Generally, this person is a very loving, compassionate kind of person, but I'm feeling that they're being swayed or influenced by a very low vibration individual, and it's creating a lot of havoc perhaps in a family situation. And you're hoping that she will see things from your side from a compassionate, loving side. Perhaps it's like an ex, something like that. Okay. In your best attitude position, you have the Star card, you beauty. So this card talks about healing. It talks about getting the flow happening again, getting those emotions flowing. Perhaps there's been some stagnation for a while. The Star card talks about making the right moves. I'm just noticing the water go up into one side and then out the other. So this character seems to be drawing up from that water and pouring it into the pond. And so I'm seeing just get that emotion flowing. In the tarot, the water quite often represents emotion and spirituality. So to try to keep that flowing, I'm thinking if you just keep these nice words moving through and communicating to whoever needs to hear this, your messages or the way you're communicating, just keep that easygoing love coming through. This person will turn around and start to soften up a little toward you. And, that can be very hard, Leo, I know, when there's pride at stake. Sometimes you've just got to drop that pride. Okay. In your outcome position, you have the Sun card, yes. So keep doing what you're doing. Just keep sending out these messages of love. Drop whatever you need to drop to allow fresh things to come in. So the way you've been doing things, if you start working from a position of healing, it'll really start paying off for you, because you'll be okay to be vulnerable. You'll feel okay to say these nice things. And look at this child here, opening right up here on this pure white horse. The sun's on them. There's no darkness in this card at all. It's beautiful. And so if you just keep that healing happening, then those nice kind words will eventually pay off. Okay, and I'm really feeling someone just needs to keep hearing that nice. It's almost like you're trying to tame like a wild beast or something. Okay, and also with the Star card, I just got there some kind of music. So if you're doing music or performing or something like that, go for it. Don't be afraid to really put yourself out there. Things will really start happening for you this year. If you're like an aspiring artist or musician or a writer, now's a good time to put yourself out there and reap the rewards of this recognition you'll be getting. It won't be overnight success, but it might move a lot quicker than you think. So make sure you're ready with just making sure you know your stuff inside out. But that's what I got for you, Leo. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and tell your mates. If this has resonated for you, leave me a comment. Hopefully I'll talk to you in a few weeks.